My name is Gabrielle Senza. I use they, them, and she, her pronouns. I'm a queer, interdisciplinary artist who has been doing socially engaged art projects since before galleries and art schools were using the term. My projects often originate out of what I perceive as a need to fill a gap and provide space for voices that are often ignored or unheard, to help educate, inspire, and empower individuals and communities to find comfort in knowing they are not powerless, alone, or forgotten, and to advocate for the changes they desire to see in their lives. To that end, I've worked with thousands of people, survivors of violence, new arrivals to the country, people living with disabilities, folks without a home, students, policymakers, academics, and random people on buses, planes, and subways, from Lisbon to Liverpool, Berlin to the Berkshires, and New York to Istanbul. Listening, holding space, providing tools for personal growth and empowerment, inspiring expression and action, and facilitating civil discourse and courageous conversations. I talk with people about when they feel invisible and when it feels unsafe to be seen. I help people find their voice and to find their power. In 2018, I hosted several participatory events to get out the vote for the midterms, partnering with For Freedoms as part of their 50 States initiative.
Unafraid for?
We gotta let these people go. That's it. Close the camps.
Artists have unique superpowers that make them particularly valuable in the quest for a more equitable, just, and healthy planet. Many tackle issues like mass incarceration, racism, sexism, homophobia, and xenophobia. Others focus on environmental concerns like toxic waste or climate change, or issues related to healthcare, housing, education, or alternative economic systems that support local businesses rather than large corporations. Artists are able to see things others cannot see and can render the invisible visible. They also are able to fabricate something out of nothing, making their visions tangible, accessible, and irresistible. You know as well as I do that democracy is not a spectator sport. It takes diligence, perseverance, resilience, and sometimes it feels like a long, slow crawl. For this year's midterms, I'd love to use creative activism to help register and get at least 100,000 people to the polls to vote. Here are some of the projects that my team and I have in mind. First, there's the Art and Ice Cream Project, which is free ice cream for anyone who comes in and shares a poem, a drawing, or a story about the world they'd like to live in, and they register to vote. Number two, the Long Slow Crawl, which is a solo durational street performance that I've done in all kinds of locations, and it helps to draw attention to the endless amount of effort it takes to win and protect civil, environmental, and reproductive rights. Number three, Invisibility Lab. We can interview people not just about invisibility, but also about voting rights, the change they'd like to see in the world, and how they wish to be counted. And number 4, Walk Unafraid. We'd love to share our Walk Unafraid empowerment tape, the project kits, with any community organizations who are also working to get out the vote. I'm excited about the possibility of being a part of the Center for Artistic Activism's Unstoppable Voters Accelerator program. Having other experienced creative activists to talk with about the best way to actualize and assess some of or all of these projects would be amazing. It will be a tremendous learning experience for me and my team